Good morning, traders. It is Thursday, the 8th of January, or February, rather. And I hope you all are having a good day. Hope you've had a good week. We are nearing the end of our trading week. We've had a really interesting, one of the more interesting weeks in the markets in general over the last few years. So that's nice to see and have some movement all over the place. Why don't we kind of jump right in? So yesterday we were looking at our first trade we had listed was a trade on UJ, and in 2 minutes we're going to have exports and jobless claims, gas numbers, and so those are coming out in the next few minutes here. We'll want to keep an eye on how the markets move and respond to that. We wanted to go long above 108.8 yesterday. And if I'm looking at my chart here, let's see, where am I looking? I'm all behind. Yesterday was the 7th. Yeah. So we were looking to be above 108.8, which I mean, I know I got to fill in there. And then anywhere above 109. We are more than likely going to go ahead and head up higher here. We're in this kind of rising wedge. We've been breaking through these trend lines. So we should expect to continue to move up towards the 110 area. Again, we have a long-term bullish view on this. It's just that UJ has not moved as much as our other pairs that we've been trading. So that's just kind of a bummer, but it's all right. New Zealand dollar had some movement on this guy. Wanted to go long at 73.33, and where am I at here? Oops. Just looking at these numbers here. Jobless claims. Ads. Well. Previous was 230. The consensus was 232. We were actually lower than that. We were at 221. That's a pretty good sign. How are the markets reacting to this news? Not by much right now. Not much. All right. Okay, New Zealand dollar pair. We wanted to go long at a break of 733.33. We did not get that. In fact, yesterday we just got a nice big old fallout, and we wanted to go short at 72.65, which we did get. That ended up being a really nice move. So we're below this this Gann angle here. That's we'll get back to this, but this trade has been fantastic so far. In fact, we've had a nice run of positive trades for the last 3-4 days. Don't let that get to your head. In fact, I'm going to get to that point and why that's dangerous here late in a second. Our Aussie dollar pair. We wanted to go short at 78.62. And where are we at? Right there. Right here. That's where we wanted to go short at. That worked out perfect. It's continuing to trend lower on a little bit of a pullback that it wants to do. I mean, if we're we're going to want to see a slight pullback up to, actually we kind of got that because we were looking at a retest of this value area. Hold off on that one, but this one is still in profit. In fact, a lot of these trades have been in profit if you've been adding to them, or if you've just been hanging on to them. That's good. No reason to. My tie looks all funky in here, doesn't it? There we go. Maybe. I'm making it worse. It's hard to do with this camera. Okay. Anyways, that's not important. My tie bar is all the way down. There we go. Then our next one was the pound dollar. And this guy's just kind of rocket shipped up, hasn't it? I didn't even look at this one this morning when I woke up. Oh no, I did. I saw it up here. That's right. So we wanted to go short at 139.1 or 138.4. Obviously, that has not happened. We've just moved up. We may be entertaining a counter. We'll probably want to enter a short here because this angle, this Gann angle, and this entire confluence zone has been broken through. And good volume, good momentum. So this is probably just a pullback, and this might be a great area to re-enter a short. And then our euro dollar, we had a short at a break and hold of 123.22. Right here, actually, is where we put this drop down, and that's been working fabulously. We had a big old dump on it over the afternoon yesterday. It was a really good trade. Our euro is finally starting to roll over and showing weakness. If you look at the daily, this is a very good looking chart. On the composite index, we're a little bit extended to the downside there, but on the weekly, we still have a long ways to go. I mean, we haven't even really begun the move on the weekly. This'll break up very nicely, and so we should expect to see some more down action. But in the meantime, a little retracement back up to test this angle is totally expected, but keep an eye on that. And then our gold trade, we wanted to go short at 13.19. That worked out very nicely. 13.19 or a pullback to 13.26, which we did not get, but we've just been kind of trending below now, and that is not. There we go. I don't know why that box does that. It just. So you see our price action is working out very nicely. We faced resistance here, and I'll do that. Actually, I'll do that right now. Had a nice reminder that I'm going to be on Sirius XM this afternoon, actually, at around noon Central Time. Noon Eastern, 11 Central. I will be on Sirius XM on channel 169 with Andrew Crystal from Crystal Nation. I'm going to be on there for about 15 minutes discussing day trading, Forex, lens, and some other stuff like that. So, it'd be cool if you tune in. If you don't, I know we're getting a recording of the interview, and I'll play that for folks here whenever we get that. So it's kind of exciting, kind of neat. Again, we're looking at our gold trade, and we have some resistance right here. We've had a nice follow-through sell-off here, really testing both of these angles. This is a pretty bearish signal that we've tested these angles, haven't closed above them, and we're really below this one. So where's the next angle to test? Right here and here. So these are the areas that price will more than likely fall to before we get a nice counter trend or a change in direction. But again, on the weekly, this is really extended. And this trade has panned out really nicely. Got some nice movement out of it since shorting at 13.19. That turned out really nice, actually. Cool. All right. The only trade that I'm upset I didn't get yesterday, because I wasn't sure on it, was this guy. And the euro pound has just been hammered, and I'm really upset that I didn't get a trade alert out on this. We were showing weakness, but we've just been kind of in a dull area and showing a little bit of support on these areas, but we're still showing a lot of weakness. We broke through this angle. We're going to want to kind of move up and test this zone again before we want to get short. And yeah, we'll just come back to check on this. Let's check on our crypto trades, which is really not a we don't really have great trading opportunities on this yet, but we are very bullish. I'm still saying anything, anytime I want to buy cryptos, I'm going to be buying cryptos because the outlook on cryptocurrencies is long, and we're talking maybe over $1 trillion market cap by the end of the year, and so we should expect to see just really great prices and valuations and increases in movement here. Yeah, it's going to be a really fantastic entry. What's really nice about, and I was talking to some other folks yesterday about our crypto areas, and I wanted to use Ethereum. All right, so this 45-degree line, this blue line is actually a 45-degree angle from the opening trading day of Ethereum at the 0.0001 price level. So this 45-degree angle goes all the way from the very beginning of Ethereum's trading. And what this is showing us is that this is like the zero line, okay? This is like trading at zero again. If when price trades above its birthday 45, I call it, then it's finally entered into what's called like a real tradable, like a real trading territory. Like it's a legit move finally. Everything before price was trading above this is just an accumulation. It was really nothing, and now we're finally into a real life cycle for Ethereum. Now, what this means is that essentially we've got you got to think of this like trading Ethereum at $5. Whatever the opening price of Ethereum was when it started trading, this is the kind of ratio we're looking at. So really, the closer we get to this 45, the best entries that I get when I want to buy this. I look at how close we are to this, and I'm super happy that I have been able to get in at these prices because Ethereum has a lot of value attached to it and a lot of growth attached to it, and we are in just such a fantastic buying opportunity for the long term that I really don't know how to stress how awesome this dump in prices was in cryptocurrencies, and how much of a benefit and a blessing that move is, because it's not often you get a second chance to get into something that's going to have a very bullish move in the future, and we've been given a second chance. So that is very, very nice to see. Let's go back to our cryptos and look at our trade opportunities for the day, starting with gold. Now, gold on the hourly is looking a little extended on our composite index. On the 4-hour chart, we're looking a little bit more bullish. On the 8-hour chart, still trending down. And let's see, on the daily, still trending down. I mean, we have taken off a bit of a position here. That we're going to really want to test. There's going to be some natural resistance, or rather support here. We have some buying tails as we get lower in price here, so we want to keep an eye on those. But if I'm just looking at, I want this thing to adjust and fix itself. There we go. If I want to look at where's an opportunity for me to re-enter here on a possible short, I'm going to be looking at above here to test of this angle, or I'm going to wait down here. So I've got a couple of areas shorted a pullback, excuse me, to 1321, 79, or short at a pullback to, or at break and hold below of, we'll say 130.06. All right. So right here, we'll want to be looking at a short opportunity on a pullback to this area if it gets there. If not, we're going to wait for a breakdown below here. And you know, again, price wants to, once the rule of angles is that when it breaks an angle, it wants to move to test the next one. So that's down around here. I mean, that's a bit of a distance down. In fact, I want to draw an angle or an arrow just so that I'm reminded we discussed this. But I mean, we can go back and look at our old videos too. The euro dollar, big kind of a sell-off yesterday. You know, we had, looking at the euro dollar. I would love for us to get back up into this value area to go short again. You know, we're facing a lot of areas of resistance, or rather support, but really the move down is to this angle here. That's where we're going to see our first kind of area of major support. Are we going to get these bounces and pullbacks on these levels? Sure, but really we want to, you know, get into the best entry that we can and enter down here. On the 8-hour chart, I'm going to assume that we are in kind of a supportive buying area. Sure, yeah, we are. Look at this. That's supportive buying on the 8-hour. On the 4-hour, same thing. We haven't breached the high of the last 4-hour candlestick. Excuse me. Sorry, my eye itches. All right. But we're still, you know, if we missed the move yesterday, or if we're still waiting for a better entry, we're going to have, it looks like we're going to be given an opportunity. There's a bounce off the 4-hour RSI, and there's a similar structure here, so we should expect some upwards movement, and looking for a short at the 123.17 area. All right. That's what we want to see. Oh, I just remembered that I could delete these things. Okay. Short at a pullback to 123.23. How about that? And it's good to see how much of a move that retracement is going to be on this. So yeah, we're looking at a 382 retracement. I'm not really looking at that 50% retracement or that a 618 retracement just because it's above this angle. So when we short here, you know, our stop is going to be around that area. We have some supportive. We have this, we're trading within the square, so that's very bearish still, using this as resistance area and this angle. And if I'm looking at the most recent swing low, then yeah, that should be a pretty nice stop here, because we'll be at a 50% retracement and a 618 retracement of that area. Cool. Oops. Yeah, those are going to be good zones if we can pull back to it. Otherwise, we'll want to break. We'll want to enter short at a break below of this low at 122.08. All right. Now, looking at our dollar yen, we're still trading within this triangle here. we're not getting, we are getting some selling tails there on the hourly. We are overbought. But if we go back to our longer chart, we look at the weekly, we'll see that we are really in great buying territory in structure and in our composite index. We have a divergence on the weekly. So this is really just kind of accumulating and waiting for a big push to go. It's, when we finally burst above, then that's going to be pretty bullish move when we finally do get up there. And we should look forward to that move happening sometime very soon here. I wouldn't anticipate this being very long until that happens. Euro pound. Oh man, that was a good mover. We have such a great. There we go. Cool. We have a great fallout here. We are going to want to probably look for the short, right? This is a great area to look for a re-entry. We're definitely going to want to move up to here at least. Price will want to retest this zone because it just kind of fell through it. Whether we find a lot of supportive buying as we approach it or a lot of resistance, that's kind of going to determine where we're thinking. But if we want to be conservative or get kind of a good entry with testing stuff and letting things move around and not have to participate in a lot of that mumbo jumbo, let's look at a short at 87.86. All right, that's going to be a good entry area. Otherwise we can look at on this candlestick, on this hourly, another probable short entry is going to be on a break below that low at 87.38. All right. Again, on the hourly, some supportive buying zones, really oversold on our RSI and composite index showing some supportive buying. But this is a lot of volume that we have there, and let's just keep an eye on that. Let's see. What am I doing? New Zealand dollar and US dollar. We're probably looking at all right, let's bring this down to the daily. I want to get up from swing to swing here. What kind of retracement we're looking at? So this is from the 21st of December to this high. It stopped pretty much right at the 382 retracement. So, yeah, we could test down to the 50, and the 60%, 618 retracement is at the 70.28 area. So we could have some nice pull down there pretty nicely. Let me get this readjusted. Trading view is kind of a little slow today. I don't know why. New Zealand dollar is not a bad area for a short opportunity. If it wants to kind of get back into this, if we're imagining a channel here, might want to test back up before we fall back down. So certainly a short on a pullback to 72.58. That's a good one. So Aussie dollar. Yeah, I mean, we're going to want to be a little cautious on this guy because I think he's probably due for a pullback. Yeah, we stopped right on this. This is going to be a very supportive area. So we should expect to see some type of support here. And in fact, I'm going to probably have a bit of a short-term long bias on this guy because, oops, don't need that. I want to bring this down to the daily as well and see how these levels pan out. Yeah, we're essentially at a 50% retracement, so we still have a lot of powerful move to the downside, but we're probably not going to be looking at a short until we get a pullback to the 236. So really, this harmonic here, this is a supportive buying zone, and I think that actually this is a great area to go long for a short term and with a little risk. Yeah, that's a pivot forming on the hourly there. This is a good and a stop really is going to be probably, I want to stop around 7773. It's a little bit of a tight stop, but I mean, we don't want to and at a break and hold of that area, we probably want to consider going short. We'll say 0.7765. There's a couple trade ideas there. Checking some things here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to text this back here. Cool. All right. Let's look at our pound dollar. Pound dollar. Nice move there. I think we're going to get a nice opportunity to get back in short around 140.66, maybe even around here. And really, because we're looking for a break above here to not go short any longer, to look at a long, but the higher we go here, the more extended, even because we are still in really overbought conditions on longer time frames, that we have a lot of bias for continued down momentum. But in the short term, this pullback's pretty healthy, but we should look to short over here. And yeah, I was looking at a couple other pairs today overnight. I was looking at the U.S. The dollar, or the loonie, the Canadian, the Canadian U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar pair. They call it the loonie. And I was looking at what happened here. So, we've had these squares up for a long time. We have not looked at this guy for quite a while, just because it was just not a in the perfect best of trading ranges at the time. But look at this kind of price action that we've got going on here. We're coming up to the end of a square in time, and we are right up against this angle where there is just a bunch of upside momentum. We've got limited risk right down here. We have a good bias for a long move here. If I'm looking at the weekly, this is a supportive short-term buy on the weekly. On the daily, we're looking a little heavy there, but we have a couple buying opportunities to buy on a pullback down here or buy on a break above. So I really want to get these trades in, because I think these are going to be one of our bigger movers compared to what else we've had going on. Notice how it just stopped right on that angle. It really respects its square. I mean, it's almost silly how much that UCAD, the loonie, respects this pair. So, you know, we have a couple opportunities on the buying here. I need to set an alert for myself too. Doop doop doo doo doo. And okay. All right, looking at that. Looking at a we'll see it. So that's our first one on UCAD. And then we'll want to look at on going along on a pullback to 124.23. All right. Yeah, we've got a lot of trade opportunities coming up here. What else? I was looking at the Swiss, not seeing a whole lot of opportunity there. Still looking at our pound dollar, may have some nice moves for us here shortly. But otherwise, those are kind of our trades for the Forex. Again, double checking these, we want to on the gold dollar, we want to try going short at a pullback to 13. I'd hate it when it does that, to 13.2179. So we're looking at around this area here, or we're looking to go short at a break below 13.06. On the euro, we are looking for a short on a pullback to 123.23. Oops, that's not the euro dollar. 123.23. We're looking to have a short opportunity up here, and or a break below the low here. And the euro pound. Oh, that's showing a lot more weakness still. It closed red on the hourly. But again, we're looking to go short on the euro pound on a pullback to 87.86. So we're right about here for that. That's a retest of this angle and a breakthrough of this resistance support area. And or we're looking for a break below there to go short. New Zealand dollar, we are looking at a short with a pullback to 72.58, which is up around meow. And the Aussie dollar, we're looking at we got a long bias coming into this here, long at 78.16, which is where we're currently at, or short we're going to break with a break below down there. But we should look at some supportive buying, because on this chart, you know, we are sitting on a supportive buy area here. So very possible, because we've been in such a big sell-off, that we could have a good scenario where we come back to a longer trend line, where we're going to come back up to this value area on this 45, watching that, or we may get stopped right above here. But we do have some good buying opportunity on here so far. If we get a breakdown below this, that's pretty bearish. I mean, that signifies we really don't have a lot of support, and we could consider going short again. That's where that other idea is. The pound dollar, little heavy up there. Different viewpoint on this one. I mean, actually, I like this viewpoint better, because we are below this 45, and there's a short opportunity right there, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, lot of resistance right here, but we'll keep the original idea because that's a little bit more conservative, and we'll kind of save our butts a little bit. The loonie, the U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar, because we're at these supportive areas, we should look to see if price is going to go above here on a break higher or on a test back down to this line. So those are trades in currencies. Double checking our look at our cryptos. Getting a little top right here, probably a little consolidation activity in Ethereum. Litecoin, same story, same structure with all of these, and the real big boy we're looking at is Bitcoin to see how it's structured. It's maintaining, it's 45, it's got supportive buying. I mean, we're not very far away from a real big breakout of this area, and that's the most likely scenario is we'll get a breakout. Around and inside this resistance arc and our 45, we should get a breakout to the top side, and that would be pretty healthy. I think I have a square in here somewhere. Or no, I mean a box. Maybe not. What I do have is this. Oh, that's sitting on a kind of a little precarious area. We'd like to be above this angle, but we're kind of like floating above. So we could get a pullback down to the 7,600 area again. We'll see if there's enough bearish activity to push that. There was some great bullish news on Bitcoin. Mario Draghi at the ECB said that they may consider holding deposits of Bitcoin. That's a possibility. So that's kind of good news. It's good news for cryptos. But yeah, we have some good trades ahead of us. We won't be jabbering with you too long today because we've got some nice setups, and we'll definitely have to see. Oh, Bitcoin Cash! Wow, you really rocketed up there, didn't you? Jeez Louise. But we have some great trades in front of us and a lot of good opportunities. We've had some great trades this week already. And we've had some really great trades this week so far. And what I'm trying to say earlier when I was like, that's sometimes bad, is if you've had a series of wins, take the day off, take tomorrow off. I mean, really, just end on a positive note. There have been so many great trade opportunities that have been profitable this week. I've had a really great week, and we should really look to quit for the week. You don't always have to trade. The hardest lesson for traders to learn, or one of the hardest lessons, is knowing when not to trade. And you are going to be your most vulnerable, or maybe it's just me, but I'm at my most vulnerable as a trader when I've had a series of wins over a period of days or over a period of actual winning trades. If I've had a period of consecutive wins and consecutive winning days all in a row, my ego gets the best of me. I start to think that I'm on a run. I can keep going. It's whatever that basketball thing is where you think that just because you've hit like 12 3-pointers in a row, you just can't fail, whatever that, I forget what that's called. It's something. But if you find you're getting euphoric and excited, that is a warning sign. You have to pull yourself down from that area. Or if you can't, just quit trading and go treat yourself with something. Go take yourself out to eat, reward yourself, get a massage, buy some cigars, have some whiskey, whatever your thing is, some beer. Reward yourself by taking money off the table, walking away with a winning week, and letting everything else rest and wait till next week, because that's what I plan on doing. I'm taking everything off the table here today, and probably later on in the afternoon I will want to see how some of these set up, but I mean, probably tomorrow I won't be putting in any trades. I'll still be here with you guys and go over some setups, but I probably won't be taking any trades tomorrow because I've had a really great week, and I want to end on a great week. I don't want to have a good week of wins and taking a lot of money out of the market and then giving some of it back on Friday, because that just sucks. I mean, it just sucks. Last day of the trading week and you end up giving away some of your profits. Don't do that. Don't do that. That just it really, really makes the wins, rough. So again, if you have taken a lot of money this week, or if you've had a great winning week, just take a break. Come back with us. Pick up some signals that might work on Monday, the ones that we do Friday, and go from there. But yeah, anyways, again, at 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, I will be on Sirius XM channel 169 on Crystal Nation, talking about day trading, and we'll be talking about Forex and markets in general. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your trading day. Trade smart, trade wisely, don't trade afraid or happy or excited. I gotta figure out something else to say at the end of these things. It doesn't flow very well. But yeah, we'll visit with you guys tomorrow morning, and have a great day. Bye-bye.